Welcome to Sunday with a Sinner with me, Royal Demon, and I'm playing Don't Starve, the Giant Edition for the Xbox One. So, I wanted to talk a little bit about depression. I thought, why not in a world where it's autumn and I have to survive? So, this is the beginning of the game, the world I created. So, the first thing you want to do in this game is immediately go, gather some resources and all that. So, hopefully I haven't forgotten about that. It's been a while since I last played, so... Anyway, I wanted to talk a bit about depression, because, guess what? Autumn is not that far again. It's almost autumn again, the 21st of September, so that means autumn, and autumn usually means depression for a lot of people, because, the days are shorter, and usually it's, not such good weather. It's like gray skies, rain, and for some people that can be depressing. And what the fuck? Mole? So, it's pretty, it can be pretty depressing, and sometimes that can be very dangerous for some people, because some people can't really handle their depression very well, and that sometimes leads to, self-mutilation. I've heard about some people, and even some people that try to take their own lives, and that is, well, not good, to keep it simple, as in, yeah, that's something. If you really have trouble with depression, or it's something that that happens in your family, you have a relative that has that, and you think like maybe I have that as well. It's not something to be ashamed of, actually, because some people are like, depression, people don't take me seriously. It's just people, it's just ridiculous, people just think, get the fuck over it, It's not that simple, actually, because it's something that a lot of people don't really know that well, it's something that it's always, people are a bit, laughing about it. Like someone says, yeah, I'm depressed, and someone's like, yeah, okay. So they don't take you seriously with that. And then I've seen people who are really feeling like they're being abandoned by their friends and family, because no one really understands what's going on, and that doesn't really help with the depression, actually. Usually that makes things even worse. So yeah, that's something you might want to think about. So one of the things you really want to think about when you're depressed, or you think, like you're going through a rough time, don't close yourself off from the rest of the world. Like, hey, I'm feeling depressed. I'm gonna shut everyone out. My family, my friends, are not gonna understand me anyway. So I'm just gonna sit up in my room or wherever the fuck you sit, and gonna shut everyone out. That's not good. It's actually pretty bad, and I can definitely recommend, don't do that. I'm not saying be super social, especially if you're not a very social person. I mean, don't step outside your boundaries. But skeleton, better him than me. Yeah, dude. That's pretty fucked up to say, but I guess he's dead. He doesn't really matter. So it's more like, it's okay if you feel a bit, like, I'm not so happy about this or that. That's okay. But don't forget that, it's not the end of the world. If you go through a rough time, when your girlfriend breaks up with you, or someone you cared about died, it's rough. I mean, it can be terrible. I mean, I have some experience with that, but what you want to do is don't underestimate it, but also don't let it bring you down too much. It's a moment you have to get through, but once you get through it, it will be better eventually. I'm not saying immediately, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be so much better, super happy. No, but eventually it will. And It's just getting through the rough time. And of course, once again, it's easier to say than actually to do it. But my advice is really, hang around with friends or play games. Do something you like to do, something that makes you happy. And I'm not saying if you're super sad that you must be happy, keep yourself busy, but in a way, yeah, it's probably better to keep yourself busy, because when you sit up somewhere all by yourself and you start thinking too much about this and that, and I don't like this and that, and eventually that's gonna be rough on you, because it's kind of like too much of that, and you'll probably I don't know, get these dark thoughts. Maybe I'm saying, but it's really something you want to think about. Now let's see, where is the, oh, here it is. And like I said, it's really think about what's going on. Like, I feel a little bit like I'm rambling here, but and I probably am. But if bad things happen, like, someone you care about dies or something. I mean, just naming something. I'm not saying that has to happen. No, I mean, we all have depression. Sometimes people are just depressed because they're depressed. It doesn't always need to have a reason. Let me add that as well. But the plan is like plan. Why do I say that there is a plan? There doesn't need to be a plan. But it's good that you have something to keep yourself busy. Like sitting still, staring outside your window. That's not good. You don't want to do that. Please don't do that. Don't become that person that is like, well, I'll just sit out here and look at how the rain is going against my window. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Honestly, that's not good. Oh, talking about not good, it's getting dark, and dark means death in this game. So, I think it's better if I put it next to a road, but I don't know if here's a road. Okay, so, oh boy, it's getting dark. Quickly. Okay, so the thing in this game is, in case you don't know, it's if it gets dark, they kind of, there will be things that will kill you. So you really have to be careful. So the fire will go out eventually. So, but I made a fire pit, and the fire pit kind of stays here. So let's see. Did I get some good stuff here? Oh, look at this, bird snot. So I can use these. I can cook them, and then I can eat them. And that's good. Eating is good. By the way, eating is also a good way to feel good. And see, below if you see the day one in the top corner, I hope you can see it in my camera, records that part. But if you can't, well, it's in the top right corner. There you see some symbols. So the one on the right with the heart, that is your life, so I'm not damaged. The one to the left is your stomach, so how much have you been eating? And the one below there, that is your mind technically. So how are you doing? Are you okay? Because if you start see it going down, technically it's some type of depression, you could say, in a way. But it kind of means that you're not doing so well. Like pick flowers or wear flowers in your hair. I know it sounds ridiculous, and I normally would not do something like that to feel better. I'm not gonna walk around with flowers in my hair when I feel depressed. It's like, no, that doesn't work for me. But I must admit, I'm not really your typical depressed type of person. A lot of people, like I said, are depressed in autumn. I'm not depressed in autumn. I'm depressed more like in spring and summer. I'm not a big fan of those seasons. I don't know. I'm much happier. I mean, in autumn I feel great. For me, that is like the best season there is. The sky is gray. Things, rain. I love it. And some storms and all that. Yeah, I'm all up for that. I like that. But I know some people don't like that. But we're not all the same. And that's just kind of also the thing. Like, just because one person feels bad in one time of the year doesn't mean that counts for everyone. I know some people who do have trouble with certain seasons. They're like, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do in those seasons, like, and they sit outside the window, or they kind of, what the hell, grave? Yeah, I'm not gonna dig them up, because sometimes then ghosts come out, and ghosts are gonna hunt you and kill you, and oh my god, it's like a fucking cemetery. Talk about depressing. Holy shit. Even though some people like to hang around a graveyard or cemetery, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Oh, it's gold, it's mine. See? This is also good. Oh, I already had more gold. I didn't even realize that. Stupid. But then again, this is technically a little bit about what I wanted to talk about, depression. So, to kind of summarize it all up, don't worry too much if you feel depressed. I think it all happens to all of us. But at the same time, I'm also trying to say, don't underestimate it like, oh, it's fine, I'm going to be fine. I'm like, yeah, okay, you might be fine, but, if you have friends around that can help and want to, talk with you or, want to help, don't push them away. It's not like, oh, I'm going to be fine, so I don't need anyone. Okay, if you feel it that way, that could work, and at the same time, you could really screw yourself over by putting yourself in a situation where you just, where things don't really go so well. So building a science machine. And at the same time, if one of your friends is depressed, don't laugh at that person like, who's depressed? I'm like, look, it happens to all of us technically, at one point, where things don't go so well. People that say, I'm always fine, they're fucking lying. We all have moments that we don't feel so well. And it's nothing to be ashamed of, really. It's more like, I'll handle it. It's more, that sounds a bit like demanding, like, handle that. No, that's not what I meant. It's more like, people don't always take you seriously, so you feel like, what's wrong with me? I mean, I should be fine. No, you don't have to feel fine. If something bad happens, it's not a bad thing to feel sad, or that you have trouble with that. I mean, oh, graves. Oh, yeah, right. So, let's dig up some graves here. Okay, cool. Grave robbery. What the fuck? Why can't I pick that up? Oh, here we go. So, it's really, talk about the depressing, digging up, is that fucking teeth? Oh, man, well, let's take them with me, yeah. So, it's pretty, oh, I can't pick up more stuff. So, it's technically really depressing. Depression, it can be bad, and it sometimes is really bad, but don't give up. Don't be like, well, I can't handle this. Or I'm saying it wrong. Don't think I can handle this and just, be like, I don't care about that, or I should, oh god, and here we have the ghost. No, go away. I need something, the axe. That's not really a weapon, but, okay, let's go. Yeah, come here, you son of a bitch. Come here, you bastard. Come on. So, aha, I win. Oh wait, you were already dead, so that. Well, I'm already half dead in the game. Okay, I shouldn't laugh about that, but then again, like I said, if you feel depressed, don't fucking go sit somewhere and mope or think like it's gonna go over. No. If you really suffer under it, find help. In extreme cases, if you really feel, because don't underestimate it. Sometimes it can lead to some bad things, where you feel like, I can't go on or something like that. That is extreme, by the way, I'm talking about here. But, one of the things I like to do when I feel a bit depressed, and I'm talking about a bit depressed, is like distraction. Do something that I like to do, like playing games or watching a movie or going out with friends, doing things I like, things that make me happy. That helps. I'm not saying that everything will go away if you do that. No. But it will make you feel a bit better. And sometimes that's all you need to make it through the day. Once again, that is pretty fucking speaking like a real fucking pessimist or something, but it's really try to make the day a little bit better. Even when you feel sad, it doesn't mean it has to be sad. Try to make something out of the day, something positive, something you like to do, and hopefully that will make you happy in a way, or happy, or at least better, or hopefully it just makes you a bit, feeling a little bit, well, like I said, better, but good, or something that actually helps against feeling depressed. I'm sorry if I'm not really very clear with the explanation. Then again, English is not really my best type of language to really express myself sometimes with these things. But anyway, I hope this was a little bit useful. Hopefully the gameplay was a little bit interesting. Feel free to check out Don't Starve the Giant Edition on Xbox One if you haven't done so already. I thank you for watching and hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.